Hi, welcome back to Get Into It with Jason Hook, with me, your host, Jason Hook, and my assistant. I want to be quiet now? Okay, anyways, so, it's been a while. Life, work, COVID, world literally fucking melting around us. So, I haven't done one of these in probably like 3 months, I think. Marty's gift pack was the last thing I did. I've been doing the streams. I'm sure some of you might have watched me on those. If you haven't, check them out. They happen all the time. This is going to keep focusing in and out, it appears. It's just going to be what it is, man. I'm already... Okay, now... We are going to listen to some music, but since it's been a little bit, I just want to start off and kind of catch up with, you know, the non-listening to music things that I've touched upon on this channel. So the very first thing I want to talk about right away, I'm just going to get it out of the way. If you've watched this channel in the past, if you've seen me on the live streams, if you listen to the music that a majority of this channel if you listen to the majority of the music that this channel is dedicated to, you will know what my stance is politically. I don't feel like I have to blast it out because you should already fucking know. I mean, just alone. So I want to start this right now. If I'm not going to get super into this. This is how I'm going to do it. If you are someone who believes that all lives matter, if you are someone who is against people who might be gay or trans, if you are someone who gets upset about people standing up for what they believe in, if you're someone who has ever used the term nuclear family in a serious manner, you can pound right here. I'm trying to get in the middle here. Boop. You can stop this video. Somewhere down here there's an unsub button. Just pound it, because we're just not on the same page. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to fight you, or I'm not interested in just kind of placating you, or nothing on this channel is for you. There's plenty of content out there that you can follow, but I just want to drop that right away, because we're just going to get into the tunes after this. I've talked about this in the live streams. This should not be mind-blowing to you. Speaking of things of that nature, Bindrune Recordings put out a compilation of music that you can purchase on the internet. It's called Overgrow to Overthrow Comp. I'm just making sure. I know. I thought I was going to say Overthrow to Overgrow because I'm an idiot, but it's Overgrow to Overthrow. Money goes to different causes here in the United States, and I believe also in the UK. Go check it out. There will be a link below. Also, speaking of Marty and Bindrune, Gloria's Dead is pre-orders up, so go just check that out. And also, we do streams every Friday, or we have been for a while. I mean, I don't know how many we're in now, but it's, you know, there's a core group of us, you know, the Dark Path, Ben Smasher, Eric Bauer, Marty, myself, and of course Ground Zero Salem, Patrick Wilding's on there, and me. Sometimes they're 8 hours long, sometimes they're 4 or 5 hours long. Every Friday night around 9 o'clock, one of our channels will host it. We have different people come in from bands. We have different people who, like Mike Seatown's been on there. Count Blaggereth was on there once. Just all sorts of different people come in and out. I know I'm forgetting people. I'm sorry. I'm kind of got one eye on the baby and one eye on this. I want to get this done. Check those out. Anywhere from, we talk about music, we talk about like sick riffs and, you know, record collecting, but, you know, also movies and books, and we're just, you know, we like to pal around because, you know, you can't pal around now because everything in the world's shut down, but we also can't pal around because the only person that lives in a pal aroundable distance from me is Pat, which we do hang out when we can. We'll be actually seeing him in a couple weeks, IRL. So I just want to get that out of the way. I want to say right now, if you go over to Boston Hassle, my High Command interview is up. Went up today, which is the 30th of July, 2020. So go read that. I'll link that below. I do a Facebook group that's super awesome and cool, and you should all join it. I post in there frequently a lot. I kind of pushed a lot of my music or nerd content off of my regular Facebook page and just into this group, so I do post a lot. I want people to join, be active, comment, post. It's cool. There's some people who sell stuff. It's not a seller page really, but the people who are selling stuff, it's cool. We talked about it. They asked me. I said it was okay. So if you see people selling stuff, it's not like someone sneaking in there. I kind of try to keep the spam out. My regular Facebook page is just like baby shit for the most part. So you can go find me on there and add me, but it's going to be like, Taco Bell and pictures of my son and probably baseball stuff, because I kind of keep that. I like to keep the music stuff in the music group because there's a lot. I just like to keep it that way. It's easier to read and follow, and my family doesn't, aunts and uncles and friends who just want to see baby pictures don't give a shit about my favorite hardcore records or whatever. I want to plug, while I'm here, Uncommon Pallor, which is a new channel. He's been on the streams. Go check him out if you dig punk hardcore, Canadian style. Check them out. Link below. These will all be listed below. And I just want to give a shout out to State of Mind Recordings. Is a distro for this month. Actually, now it's still July until the end of August. Code Get Into It gets you 15% off, and you can use it twice. And he's going to be updating it throughout the month. He's got a lot of shit coming in. That's why I gave you 2 chances for it. So go check that out. Dig in there. Lift a rock. There's lots of stuff. You can find some gems in there. I already have, unless I picked them all clean. And then, but you can't, sale items aren't in there, so that's just something you're gonna have to deal with. But you can find plenty of shit. Don't be a cheapo and try to get a double discount. That's all I have to start. So what we're gonna listen to is, I have played this before in the past, but we're gonna listen to Mass Arrest Power. They're a Bay Area hardcore punk band, a black liberation band, very, very entrenched in the movement of issues with African Americans in the scene, and as well as just life in general. This is on my top. This is on my 2020 list for sure. I think it came out in 2019 to be honest, but I didn't get it until 2020, and I can cheat because I'm in charge of the list. But it came out on Iron Lung, still readily available. Go out and grab it. I'm actually gonna hop up and press play, and then we're gonna jump right into the tunage. All right, now we're gonna start off a little weird here. The first 2 things are very different from each other, and then the rest of the video, for the most part, is in the same thread. But what I want to start out with is the new Panopticon Live Migration double LP that came out on BindruneRecordings. Austin has been in the streams as well. But this is a great live record from recorded in 2018. They really went all out on the packaging here. It's kind of got like a gloss to it. It also comes with a CD version of it as well. If you guys know, I think I've talked about it maybe in the Facebook group and the streams, is that, look at that, that's cool. Is that I've really gotten into this band in the last year, not even the last year, the last few months, to be honest. And I've just gone all in and tried to pick up everything. It's death metal, it's black metal. There's hints of folk, there's hints of I don't want to say neo-folk, you can say, some people call it atmospheric. I just think it fucking kills. Songs with meaning behind them, very deep. If you get the CDs, there's a little written parts about what the songs are about. And these aren't just like, bash your head into the ground fucking metal songs. There's meaning behind everything on here. For a live record too, it's crisp as fuck. I usually try to stay away from live records because, I mean, let's be real with each other. 90% of the time they're garbage. But this is not. And it's from BindruneRecordings, so it rules. So definitely go check it out. Buy this. Buy all the other Panopticon stuff, and then pre-order Glorious Dead. Next, for something that sounds completely fucking different, is... Here's a copy of the Lawrence Arms, A Guided Tour of Chicago, on red vinyl. I believe that's Rare OOP. Collector. The red vinyl. This is a kind of, I don't want to say pop-punk band, but they're from Chicago. This came out on Asian Man. Their CD had a different cover. I hate this new cover art, dude. What are you guys thinking? But this band has had a pretty long run. I think they're on Fat Records now. They just might have put out a new LP, which I have not checked out, to be honest with you. This is their first release. It's way more stripped down and recorded not as well as the newer stuff, but it's so fucking great. I know some people might not dig this as much. It's punk. I'm not gonna say pop punk. This band kind of grew out of one of my favorite ska bands. I don't care, I love ska. Called Slapstick. This is basically the bass player went on to be in this band here. I've talked about this band before on here. I gotta get a new dust sleeve. This thing's all fucking jammed up. It's all destroyed. The bass player went on to be in this band. The rest of the band, they've done a long run. I think Alkaline, one members wanted to be an Alkaline Trio, maybe the Broadways as well, if those bands tickle your ear. It's all on the song. I mean, this isn't like heavy hitting stuff. I just love this record. I saw them on this tour as a surprise, and it was, I dug it. I've talked about this record before. I never had it on vinyl. I honestly didn't even know it was on vinyl until recently. These are all stuff, this is all shit. Everything you see is stuff I bought during the COVID. But yeah, that's Lawrence Arms Guide Tour Chicago. Singer of this band's also the man behind Nihilist Arby's, the Twitter account, which you should go check. I haven't seen it in a while. It used to be real funny. I don't know if it's run aground. But now while we're in the Midwest, let's hit up Friday M. Modern World on Lumpy Records. St. Louis, Missouri hardcore right here. I'm going to read some notes. I'm going to hide my face so you can just memorize the cover. This is fast hardcore. That sounds like it wants to explode. Short blasts of anger. St. Louis. Those are my notes. There's bits of melody to this. It's not super melodic, but it's also not just wall of sound. They put out a 7-inch as well. I dug the 7-inch. I thought the 7-inch was great. I blind bought this without even cheating. We were looking to see what anything on it sounded like. This band had a little bit of a buzz around it too when this came out. I remember a lot of people were hyping it up on the internet. Stamp center labels there. But this is a kind of band where I think would be a little bit more popular if the whole universe wasn't shut down and they could maybe throw together a summer shitty, well, shitty for them because touring can be horrible. Throwing together a tour here, but there's this little newsprint thing here. And then a tiny little lyric sheet. I mean, this ain't like deep lyric. I don't want to dog the lyrics, but this is just fast melodic hardcore. And when I say melodic hardcore, I'm not talking about like Fat Wreck-Chords melodic. It's melodic. It's just got, the song's got a little bit more of a structure to it, other than just, you know, hitting your head against the wall, which I also dig that shit too, as you may know. But that's Friday M on Lumpy Records. I think this is readily available through any distro for sure. I mean, I think Sorry State had it. I'm sure Great Mistake might have it, but Friday M, Modern World. From St. Louis. Well, we're also in St. Louis. Cardiac Arrest. I don't want to get this right. In the Mouth of Madness. Now, Cardiac Arrest are another St. Louis hardcore band. Around in the early 2Ks. I think this LP came out in 2014. Damn. This is also on Lumpy Records. Rob, the guy who's the singer of this band, I met in the early 2000s when I was touring. And we've kind of stayed friendly ever since. I met up with him a few years ago. I was in St. Louis for a union conference. He gave me the cool guy tour. But I came with this little flyer here. And I came with this awesome flyer that was for abused, career suicide, formaldehyde junkies, madmen, and cardiac arrest. $15 at Foo Bar in St. Louis. And then there's also this thing that's just a scene from Austin Powers that's written out, like it's like novelized. The novel adaptation of an Austin Powers scene, if you will. His cover art's sick too. There's all sorts of little hidden gems in there. I actually have another one of these he sent me. That's Guy Fieri's face. That was like the record release edition for this. Now what they did for the record release is there was like 3 or 4 shows in the same night. And like a band would play, and then you would hop in a like party van or party bus, just regular labels, and then drive to another show. And then I think they played the very last, Rob right there. And I think they played the very last show. I'm not 100% sure. If anyone was there, or even Rob, if you see this, chime in and tell me if I'm being a dingus. Got a lyric sheet there, another Rob photo. But this stuff here is like stripped down. I would say it's like negative approachy hardcore with a tint of like 2,000-inch punkish hardcore speed. But Rob is channeling fucking Choke from Slapshot big time on these, and that's not a dig, man. Like the minute I heard this, like, oh, holy shit, this sounds like it's faster music with Choke singing than Slapshot, I would say. But I really dug this record, and I think you can get this thing on the cheaps too. This came out, I think, were they even Rob, if you see this, were you even a super active band when you did this, or is this something you just want to get done? But you can find this from the cheap, and I highly, highly recommend it. Especially if you guys are like into like 80s hardcore, but not like the like carbon copy shit, just like the stuff that takes the essence of it and kind of 2000s it up with better recording and maybe a little bit more speed. Cardiac Arrest is the band for you. They have a couple 7-inches out too, which you can also find on the cheaps. Go buy them. Now we're also floating around in the mid-2000s. Career Suicide, Attempted Suicide. This is a tour edition from 2006. How about this from Felix von Havoc on the Discogs, who's selling a bunch of records. If you guys don't know Career Suicide, they're again in the same ilk as just fast, like kind of breakneck hardcore with the 80s tinge to it, but a little more snotty vocal delivery on this. The SARS 7-inch blew up, you know. SARS, pandemics, COVID, you know. Very fitting, you know, 16, 17 years later, I believe, when that first 7-inch came out, with the gist of that song. But this band was really, really big in the mid-2000s. I believe they still exist, but maybe not, they don't play. I know all the members went on to be in a million bands, which I'm going to give you guys, you know, the ultimate opportunity to dig and do your own homework on that. They also played in Boston on 6/7. I'm pretty sure I was there. I don't remember, but I'm sure I was there. Supposedly this has a different mix than the regular release as well. That's what I read online. I didn't pull out my regular copy, so I can't tell. But little insert here. It's funny. I don't know if there was different ones for different records. The Frozen Custard Butterburger Suicide LP, Queer Suicide. It's better than ice cream. So I don't know if they did different ones, but it's got like weird like food. Greasy cheese balls on the side, double dipped Butterburger and deep fried. My idea of an aphrodisiac is a steak, Krispy Kreme donuts with a side of cake. But I'm getting sick of always having to fart. And there's just like, it's just like different lyrics and stuff on here. This is a band, like I said, they were, when I was first, not when I was first getting to hardcore, but when I was like going to as many shows like as I physically can in the early to mid 2000s, you know, my early to mid 20s, this band was insanely popular. I don't know, like, do the Utes still dig Career Suicide? There's another thing, you can find a regular copy of this on the cheaps. Definitely check it out. They also have 2 CDs that's like 2 anthology collections. That's everything they recorded, which I think you get those from the cheap too. You guys like the compact discs. Next we have 2 LPs by the same band, so I'm gonna put them off to the side here. This is Violent Minds, Eyes of Death. Again, this is more, more early 80s hardcore, but this is way stripped down. Like, they are just going, there's no wheel being reinvented here. This is on black vinyl, so I'm not even going to pull it out. You can see the back of the sleeve here. Actually, no, I am going to pull this out. So, if you go on Discogs, they say they're from California. I'm pretty sure they're not. I think they're from Philadelphia or the New Jersey area. Members of Shark Attack are in this band. This band had a lot of lineup changes. Black vinyls. This band had a shit ton of lineup changes over the years. They put out 2 EPs and then 2 LPs. These both came out in the same year. This and the next one I'm going to show you. This one was on Parts Unknown Records. Just fast, over before you know it. Just hard, simplistic in a good way. Hardcore. Next we have Violent Minds. What's this one called? We Are Nothing. This is another. DFJ actually plays on this. I don't even know what he plays on it. It's really, it doesn't. I think it just lists names of people who are on the record. Yes, Zach, Harwin, Tate, Randy, and Casey. Zach and Justin DeTore recorded on this record, so maybe it's just 2 people recording the record at the time. But this is a little bit different. It's still fast hardcore. There's a wolf you can't really make out here. It's still fast hardcore, but the vocals are kind of distorted more than just screamed. There's more of an effect on them. I still dig it. If I had to choose, I'll choose this. I like this one more, but it's like 1A, 1B. I saw this band once and they were just great. This is like a swath of hardcore that fired up real quick and was a lot of fun, and then it kind of got samey. But Violent Minds is definitely a standout from that time. And again, both of these records I'm pretty sure are like easily available. They're not hard to find. I'm gonna wet the whistle here for a minute. We're at 19 minutes, almost done. Not a lot of vinyl for this one. I bought so much shit during the shutdown. So content, I always say, content's coming. Look how fucking shitty I look too. Kind of low. I put weight back on. I got this fucking weird hair. I got wings hair underneath my glasses. I have somewhat of a beard. I have a little dude here chilling, just staring at me. You like hardcore, right, man? You like hardcore? Yeah. Okay. So next we have Wasted Time. And so it goes, the first two EPs. So this is the first two 7-inches from this band. These guys are from Richmond, Virginia. They put out an LP too called Futility, which is a personal favorite of mine. I believe I've hyped that up before on the channel, on the Facebook group and the stream. And anyone asks me, I'm telling you, Futility. But these are the first two 7-inches here. It came out on La Familia Records, which is actually out of Germany. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say this might have been thrown together for a tour so they could just kind of get some stuff out there before they went over there. Instead of people having to hunt down, you know, distribution for two 7-inches. Just have the, you know, a UK label press this and get it out there. Got some photos here. Singer's now in a band called Aggression Pack. The drummer was in a million bands, Brandon Farrell. He also was involved in a record store. That's Alex right there, the guy who runs Grave Mistake, played guitar for him. You know, Brennan unfortunately passed away, I believe 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago now. But he was I met him a handful of times because he was always up in Boston because he was down with, he put out my friend Christian's band called Social Circle. So he would come up here a lot when they would play, and his he was in a band called Direct Control. He was in a lot of bands. Like, I can't even the rest of the video will be me listening to Brandon bands. He did a stint in Municipal Waste, pre-Pizza Party, Municipal Waste. Pre-Day, he played drums for him, pre-Witty, playing drums. But this is a waste of time. This is like, again, I mean, like I said, the same ilk. Stripped down, simplistic hardcore, but not in the boring, bad way. It's just, it's just really angry fucking shit. The next record is going to be like, something I would say is an influence on everything we've talked about tonight, but super angry, fast songs, short, to the point, good frustration. This is the two 7-inches on one LP. Like I said, it's a German import. I'm not, I want, for some strange reason, I think I remember reading or hearing that they might have been doing a UK tour and they just want to get this ahead of the tour so people can know who they are. So maybe, you know, check the shows out. Next we have a classic 1990 Brain Smash Jammer. Poison Ideas Feel the Darkness. This is actually a 2004 repress. I want to get an OG. I just didn't want to pay for it. I need this on vinyl in my collection. This is on, I believe this is also, yeah, this is also a German press. It's on Farewell Records, American Leather, Network of Friends, and Farewell Records. So I don't know if this is like a legit one or if this is a bootleg just to kind of get it out there. But this is a classic right here. I mean, Plastic Bomb, the badge is on here. Alan's on Fire, Welcome to Krell, Nation of Finks. This is just a fucking great record. I could just name Taken by Surprise. This is a jammer. This is a classic record. If any of you guys have never really heard Poison Idea or just want to get like what is a massive influence on like a lot of the stuff that came after it, check this record out for sure. It's funny too because this has some inserts in it. It has a regular insert in here. Just the lyrics. But, hey, you guys see a likeness? Could be. But yeah, the drummer, the Slayer hippie, just passed away. I want to say right around March, maybe. I'm not sure. It was recent, in the last few months. But it's got a little order form in here. Order some T-shirts. Maybe I'll send away for him. It's only been 16 years since it's pressing, so trades are possible, but ask first. It's got a little ad here for like a tribute record that came out in 2003. But yeah, this is like nihilistic hardcore, but the dudes can actually play. They can play. Also, yeah, Pig Champion, the guy I mentioned, looks like me. He passed away years ago. This is this nihilistic, very, very angry hardcore. But just, it fucking hits all the marks, especially right now. I listened to this thing 5 times in a row yesterday when I was just kind of chilling here after work because I was feeling it. I was feeling the darkness, if you will. But yeah, I bought this from my group. A guy posted it up. You might be watching this video. Like I said, shit like this appears in the group for cheap. I think I paid $20 for it. But I love this shit. I saw them way back in the early 2000s, and they played this place called the Hideaway in Cambridge, which is like a weird bar VFW type place. It was like 4 trillion degrees, and downstairs they had a bar, and it was like those like pizza place like benches with a table in the middle, and Pig Champion, the guy I showed you, the big dude, was sitting there, and he had all these little plastic cups that had like remnants of Jello shot in them, and he was just fucking horfing them down. It was the most surreal thing I've ever seen in my life, because he was like, you know, larger than life, literally. That was pre-camera phone, so I couldn't be took a sly photo. But anyways, that's Poison Idea, Feel the Darkness, classic, must own. Now we're gonna go to another classic band, because I'm trying to get all their LPs. You can get all their LPs, but here's the Ramones, Too Tough to Die. You can find their all their records. I'm just waiting to get good, clean copies. When I get, it's not must-have. I'm pretty close to have. They had 15 regular LPs, but not counting the 15 fucking quadrillion greatest hits collections and live records and bootlegs too. So I'm just going for the main releases here. I don't have an insert. I don't know if this did have one. This is the Fabled record, which was mailed to me without a cover, which I just literally made my own cover. It was mailed to me without a cover. It turned into a thing. We talked about it on the streams a lot. And then I talked to the lady, and she was like, she apologized profusely. It wasn't her fault. She apologized profusely. It was a mix-up, so then she refunded me my money, saying the record cover was sent somewhere else, and then the record cover appeared 2 days later at my house. And I guess it was just lost in the mail for a few weeks, and so then I sent her money back. It was a whole thing, but it's complete now. This is their 9th LP, 1984. Little slower than the other, than the other Ramones records. You can kind of, if you guys know the story of the Ramones, for like a fucking like 75% of the run of that band, most of the members were literally not talking to each other. There's lots of weird stuff going on, like in-band battles, girlfriends, one dude being a super Republican. But anyways, this has some jams on it, like Howling at the Moon's a good song, Mama's Boy, Too Tough to Die, Durango 95, Warthog's on here, that's a jammer. Dee Dee with Screaming Endless Vacation, sounding like he's zonked on heroin, is kind of weird. But anyways, that's Ramones, Too Tough to Die. You know I'm a Ramones head. Whenever I see their shit, I try to buy it. This cost me like I think it was $45. I spent a lot on it. It was called Tax Return and the World Being Shut Down. But that's all I got now. I'll be back. Life is returning to some sort of form of normalcy around here. I still worked through all the madness. My wife this was an office for my wife literally until like a week ago. So I kind of, I wasn't doing videos because, she was working. I'll come home. I got a little 8-month maniac. So I would come home from work and kind of take him into the other room and let my wife finish working for another 3 or 4 hours, because I get out of work at 1:30. I go to work at 5 a.m. She works until 6 or 7 at night. So I'd get home and, that was my life for a while. And I'm not complaining. This is what it was. I just didn't have time to do videos, but I had time to buy stuff. And I bought a lot. So expect to see this mug a lot. Maybe I'll clean it up. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just never shave or cut my hair again. Who cares? But just do the best you can out there in life. It's a tough time now. If you're bummed, I get it. Just try to take care of each other the best you can. New Jason here is trying to be a little more less assholey. Look how white my hair is, dude. It's crazy. I'm trying to be a little more less an asshole. More, I know it sounds goofy, but more just caring. But I still hate a lot of people, and that'll come out sometimes. But anyways, have a good one. It's Thursday. Join the Facebook group. It'll be down below. Heed my message in the beginning. Like I said, if you made it to the end of the video, if you're going to be like a snarky, like National Socialist jerk or whatever, just delete me, man. Like, we don't need to be in each other's worlds. We can just go away. And that's all I got. Bye. Ah! Oh! Blah!